Welcome. Let's get started by writing our very first program using the Arduino Integrated Development Environment, or IDE. Let's start your sketch by adding a few lines above the void setup function. On line 1, press Ctrl and the / key to turn your line into a comment. A comment is just a note for you or other people reading your code. It doesn't get sent to the Arduino or affect how the code runs. Create a title for your sketch. Here we will call the sketch Lesson 1, Hello World. Now, on line 2, press Ctrl and / again to make another comment. This time, write a title for the section where we'll add global variables. Global variables are values we can use throughout the whole sketch. Now move your cursor down to the void setup function. Inside the curly braces, that's the space between the opening and closing brackets, type Serial.begin 9600. This sets up communication between your Arduino and the computer. Inside the void loop function, we'll add a line of code to send a message to the serial monitor. Type Serial.print, then an opening and closing bracket. Inside the brackets, add double quotes, and inside the quotes write, Hello World. That's it. You just wrote your first program. Now, before we upload it to the Arduino UNO, we need to click Verify to check for any errors. The Verify and Upload buttons are at the top left of your screen. Use the check mark to verify and the arrow to upload. In the output window, we can now see some information about how much memory is used. This tells us that the code was checked and there are no syntax errors. Now I'm going to create an error on purpose so we can see what happens and how to fix it. Click the Verify button again. This time, we get some error messages. There are 3 ways we're notified. First, a pop-up window appears with a message. Compilation error. Expected semicolon before closing bracket. Next, the same message shows up in the output window at the bottom. And finally, the line with the error is highlighted in the sketch, so we know exactly where to look. In C programming, a semicolon is used to mark the end of a line of code. Even though the error appears on line 7, the real issue is with line 6. It didn't end properly. That's why the message says, missing semicolon before the closing curly brace. The code on line 6 is still open, so the error shows up on the next line. Add the semicolon and verify again. Now let's upload the code to the Arduino. Click the arrow button at the top of the screen to begin uploading. In the top right corner of the screen, you'll see an icon that looks like a magnifying glass. Click that icon to open the serial monitor. In the serial monitor, we can see Hello World being printed over and over on one line, as fast as the microcontroller can process the command. It's not very practical, but it is doing exactly what we programmed it to do. In the next part of the lesson, we will alter our code to make it more practical. Great job! You just wrote, tested, and uploaded your very first Arduino program. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. If you have any questions, you can contact your instructor or click the chat button on the screen. See you in the next lesson.